saving milliseconds, is that important?
Well, South African securities trade in a number of venues around the world. So if you're an investor and you want to minimize your execution risk, if you can do it faster somewhere else, you will go to that particular execution venue. So it is important for us to be able to make sure that we can keep up with speed as it evolves around the globe.
Now, this is something that's going to entail those members who want to participate putting their routers and servers next to your exchange-traded system. Is that right?
Essentially, members will be able to participate from Johannesburg, and if you are an international-based member, you can route your order through to Johannesburg, and it's going to give a good advantage for international players who today, if you trade in South African securities, the matching engine actually sits in London. So when you place an order, you go from London to Johannesburg, Johannesburg to London, London to Johannesburg, and then all the way back up again. So it is much a longer route for international participants, and part of our growth strategy is to attract more international trade.
Now, are you tying this all in with the movement of your trading system from London back to Johannesburg next year?
Yes, planning to do that in the first half of next year, and that's why we can, in parallel with that, offer this new co-location offering. It only makes sense to do it if you have the matching engine next to your co-location facility.
Why are you moving back in the first place? Because you're moving over to the Millennium system. That's going to be in Johannesburg. You have until now, or for the past while, been based in London, trading off that FTSE system.
Well, if you look back why we did share with the London Stock Exchange initially, we didn't really have the volume to be able to afford a world-class technology platform. Now that the volumes have grown nicely over the last 9 years, and the local market participants, there's certainly a lot of liquidity in that. It makes sense it's the right time now to move the matching engine back to South Africa.
And would you anticipate even higher volumes with the move onto that new Millennium system and also with the co-location services?
Certainly the international experience all around the globe is when you have a faster, better technology solution and you then couple that with co-location, volumes do tend to improve.
What sort of costs are you going to entail with the new systems and the co-location systems, and what sort of costs will be passed on to members who want to participate in that?
Well, we haven't worked the costs out yet, and so what we're trying to do is work out what's the demand for the service and make sure that we've got enough capacity to be able to meet all the requirements. And hopefully in the next sort of 2 to 3 months, we're able to give some more fine-out details on what that service will look like and the costs around it.
We have had some problems in the past with trading outages, and lots of that due to international connectivity links. Will that all be something of the past when you do move on to that Millennium system here in Johannesburg?
Definitely. So, I mean, as you indicate, most of our outages, when we have had them, have been as a result of international connectivity. So not only will we actually improve the execution time, we'll actually completely improve the operational stability as well.
I presume all the securities that you do cover at the JSE and all of the different financial instruments are going to be covered by this new system. So would that include then the fixed interest markets, commodity derivatives, equity derivatives, as well as equities?
Well, exactly. So even if you run multiple platforms, it's because the matching engines will all be in the same location. You even have additional opportunities now to make sure that you can get better execution across the cash market as well as the derivatives market if you're doing pair trades. So there's some exciting opportunities there.
What sort of risks, though, do you face with the switchover from the FTSE system onto the Millennium system?
Well, I mean, with any system change, there's risk. But we mitigate that through extensive testing with market participants, and then we normally do a number of dress rehearsals. And we've done this a few times before. So, I mean, this will be our 4th platform, essentially, that we'll be implementing. And touch wood, all the previous 3 implementations have been smooth, and we haven't had any issues when we have moved over to new platforms.
Maybe just touch on those volumes. You did mention that you did have the volumes now to justify having that Millennium system, which you didn't have when you went onto that FTSE platform. How have volumes grown since then? Can you give us an example of the volumes now?
Well, in 2002, we were doing roughly around 12 to 15,000 trades a day. Year to date this year, we're doing about 109,000 trades a day.
So that's massive growth, isn't it?
Yes. And we're expecting that number to increase again with the matching engine change, better technology based in Johannesburg, and the co-location with that.